Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Heather, and on this channel we like to walk a very fine line between a shopping addictive makeup monster and a responsible adult with a makeup hobby. Now, I really enjoy eyeshadow singles, duochromes, multichromes, blush, highlight, lip gloss, basically everything except pressed glitter, and today I want to try this out. This is the Under the Full Moon palette from Itsbel Cosmetics. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, stick with me, we're getting into it right now. Alright, now if you haven't seen what this palette looks like, it is a nice little compact palette, 12 shades I believe. Yeah, 12 shades. And this is the color story. So you've got some like kind of a swampy green here, some nice blues along the bottom, pop of bronze, pop of gold, and then you have this sort of like frosty mint. It appears to be like a duochrome shade, which I think looks really pretty, but I can't wait to dive into this. So let's zoom in so we can start. Alright, so I just went in with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance and applied a thin coat of that onto the lids. Okay, so I think the first shade I'm going to go into is Sunless and then blend that into New Moon. Just peeled the thing off, the palette, and there's still like a second one. So I guess I got two. Weird. Okay, so next shade I'm going to go into is New Moon right here. And it looks pretty gray. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Definitely a little deeper than I was anticipating, so I'm glad I didn't go too high with it. The deepest shade in the palette is this Lycanthropy shade, so I think I may use some of that as well. And I'm just kind of patting and smudging that. Then I'm going to go back in and just blend a little further with that New Moon shade, which is the gray. So the eye look is kind of looking like this right now. I want to definitely use some of these duochrome shades, so we need glitter glue. I'm just going in with a little bit of the specular eyeshadow like primer for glitters. And I think what I want to do, I want to use Moonglade and I want to use Full Moon. So I think we're going to blend those into one another. And see, I love that like frosty kind of almost green, like sea foam or sea glass. That kind of shade is so pretty. And so this is kind of what the lids are looking like. I think that actually looks really pretty. Let me get my base on and then we'll come back and do the lower lash line. So I put on the About Face foundation because it has been my absolute favorite recently, and now I think we're ready to go into the lower lash line. So for lower lash line, I want to use some of Gray Dust. I may use some more Lycanthropy, and then I want to use August 1st as well because I think the three of those together would look really pretty. So we'll start with Gray Dust. I love that shade. It almost has like a kind of smoky purple undertone to it. I think that's really pretty. And then just a little bit of Lycanthropy in the very outer corner. Just a touch. And then we'll go in with August 1st. And I'm mixing a little bit of August 1st and Full Moon for the inner corner. Let's get on some liner and mascara. and then back up a little bit and talk about this palette. Okay, and this is the finished look. What do you guys think? Personally, I think it came out pretty nice. So this is the Under the Full Moon palette from Itsbel Cosmetics, 12 shades. And in this particular look, I've used Full Moon, New Moon, August 1st, Moonglade, Grey Dust, Lycanthropy, and Sunless. So about half-ish the palette. In terms of the overall look, I think it came together really nicely. I think the metallic and duochrome type shades are very complementary to one another. This purple I thought was going to kind of stick out a little bit and not be as complementary to the rest of the colors. But I do think in general the purple works well with the other colors that are in here. Now the sort of bronze and gold shades I probably could have done without. I know blue and gold is a whole complementary color kind of thing, but I think I could have done without that. Since they are included, I will say the benefit would be that you could make sort of a warm tone with this sort of grungy green-gray color and, bring a very warm neutral look to the palette. Otherwise, you don't have that. But in general, I think it's a really pretty color story. I think the mattes blended out really nicely. The metallic duochrome type shades are really nice and buttery, no hard panning, which is awesome. And I'm looking forward to playing with this one a little bit more. So the cost for the palette is $32, and there are discount codes floating around that you can get somebody's discount code to bring the price down a little bit. I think the shipping that I paid was $5.99 or $6.99, something like that. So it really wasn't a crazy shipping price, and it came fairly quickly. Overall, I'm pretty happy with my purchase. You guys are going to have to let me know, is this a particular palette that you're interested in, or are there others from Itsbel you really like? I have several from them, so maybe I'll do a ranking at some point. Might be a little short for a ranking. I think in terms of adding to Itsbel's collection, I like that they're starting to do some palettes that have these kind of squishy duochrome shades, but also have some mattes, so that it's more a one and done palette rather than having to pull in and do mattes from one palette and multichrome or duochrome shades from another palette. So I like that they're expanding to kind of creating their own color stories. You'll have to let me know in a comment down below. Have you tried this palette from Itsbel? Is this something that you are looking to pick up? It looks like it's out of stock right now, but I'm sure they'll be restocking it at some point soon. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.